Hey everyone, this is Dina Kennedy, and this is your video Q&A for Wednesday, January 13th. I got two great questions. I was hoping to take it outside, but it is snowing. That's why it's so bright behind me today. So we're inside again today, but that's okay. It all works. Anyway, the first question that came in was around making changes. And this person wrote in that she has so many ideas. She knows there are so many things she wants to do to change up her life for the better. And it's sort of overwhelming. She doesn't actually know where to start because there's so many ideas. Have you ever been in that situation? I certainly have. And last year I learned a fabulous technique for an overloaded brain. So I'm going to walk you through that really quickly. That's called a brain dump. And what you do is you get the biggest piece of paper you can find. I actually use a big sticky paper like a giant sticky pad thing that I can put right on my wall. And then what you do is you just start writing. I usually will do two of them when I do a brain dump. I'll do one for my business and one for my personal life. So you might want to do that, or whatever calls to you. So what you do is you take your big piece of paper and you just start writing, and you write anything that's in your brain. You just put onto that paper. You just dump it out of your brain and you dump it onto the paper. It doesn't have to be orderly or sorted. When mine happen, I write it sort of in columns, and then I run out of room, so then I'm writing sideways and all over the place. However it comes out of you is perfect. So you want to dump everything in your head out onto that paper until your head is actually empty. And I'll tell you, it's a kind of a strange feeling when you check it out and your brain is like nothing to grab onto. It's truly empty. So that's part one. Just leave that list be, and then the next day you're going to get another piece of paper and you're going to put it next to your list and go through that list and start to see what categories there are. First time I did this, I ended up with like 13 or 15 categories that everything on that brain dump actually could fit into. And you want to write down your categories, and then you can either take things from the first list and put them under the categories, or you can just label them on the first list as to which category they go in. That's the whole exercise. You don't have to do anything beyond there, believe it or not. The brain does not want to have to hold all this jumble. It likes to sort things. And once you've done your brain dump and you're setting up your categories for sorting, what I have found with my brain is now it automatically puts things into these categories that I came up with. So I always feel a little more organized in the head. And when I don't, I do another brain dump. So when you have too much going on, that's a fabulous place to start. Just get it all out of your head, get it out on paper. And then the next thing you want to do is look at your list of all these great things you want to change in your life to make your life better. And, we all have things we would like to change, I think. And look at those and say, which one would really, really feel good to change first? Which one would make my life just so much better if I could just focus on this one? And just start with one. Pick that one that would feel good. Give yourself a time frame, maybe 2 or 3 weeks to work on it. Make a little chart so you can chart that you're doing it, and just play with that one and only one for a couple of weeks and let it start to come into your life and see how that feels. So thank you. That was an awesome sauce question. If anyone wants to know more about brain dumping and how to work with this, please let me know, and I can do a one-on-one session with you, or I can do an additional video about how to do a brain dump. Second question I got, this is from someone who has been using the Clap and Clear from one of the earlier Quick Clear videos. If you haven't seen that, you can find that on my YouTube channel, which is Dina Kennedy, or on my website, dinakennedy.com. Look for Quick Clear, Clap It Clear. So anyway, this person's been doing the Clapping Clear with great success, and his question was, sometimes I do it at the end of the day, sometimes I do it in the morning when I come into my office. What should I be doing? Another awesome sauce question, and believe it or not, it's going to have the same answer. You don't have to brain dump, but the answer is, which one feels better? For me, sometimes I do it at the end. I always do it at the beginning. Sometimes I clear my spaces in the middle. I always clear in between clients. But if the space I'm in feels very toxic or chaotic or heavy from the energy that's been in there that day, at the end of the day, I just detach myself from the energy and I leave the room and shut the door and let that all settle. And then the next time I come into the office, I do a big clear in the morning to get all that energy that's settled down out of the building. So that's the answer to that one. Do what feels better. It's sort of intuitive, and you can't do too much clearing, so never worry about doing it too many times. If you want to clear 23 times a day, perfect. Go for it. So those were our questions for today. I love these Q&As. Please be sure to send me your questions for the next one. And until then, you can find me at dinakennedy.com or facebook.com/Dina Kennedy Reiki or on YouTube in the Dina Kennedy channel. Okay, we'll talk to you soon. Bye.